Welcome, everybody.
Hey.
We back on the Renovated Thinking podcast. It's Ray, it's Drade, it's Dion, and we here with another episode. This one is going to be called Gifted. As you know, of course, before we get into it, we're going to just talk about some things that didn't happen. I'll tell you about some stuff. But first, how did y'all week go? How's the week been?
Decent. Yeah. Not the best week. But
Okay.
it was decent. Just yeah. I think that's the best way I can describe this week was decent. You know?
Yeah. Okay, that's dope. How about you?
I'm blessed, man. Just got a promotion at my new job, so
Yup.
that's a blessing.
Yup.
You know, so yeah, just helping people and trying to get everything finalized with the pole pickup. Hopefully by the end of this week it should be finalized. So yeah,
Definitely.
doing a lot of
Definitely.
stuff.
Yeah, man. And we told them about the pole pickup. The pole pickup. Actually, yeah, we have. But something that I wanted to mention to people is first of all, there's a lot of people trying to find directions in where they want to go as far as being able to find something that can, do well for you in life. And I just want to say that because a lot of people have questions. A lot of people who actually watch this podcast has had questions about, okay, they know that there are deep dive episodes coming, but what type of things we're going to be touching up on as far as certain skills and things that you can learn to better your lifestyle financially, and then eventually just your lifestyle period and how you live it.
Right.
As some people may know that the industry of real estate is seen as the number one industry for making millionaires, which is true. I don't want people to get the wrong impression that real estate is easy. It's extremely aggressive. It's an extremely aggressive business, and that's why everybody that's in the business, is extremely busy and always on it, because everybody's trying to get over everybody, trying to get to that mountaintop and eventually have a business or agency or whatever it is that you do in real estate, for it to get to a certain level. But there's things beyond real estate as well. There's, we're going to be doing something in the trading currency. We're going to be doing a deep dive into also home loans. We're gonna have a loan officer come on to the podcast and really get into, what you need to prepare to buy your first home, going into a first-time home buyer program, all types of stuff. And there is that stuff. We're gonna get into personal credit, business credit, vastly different things, because people may think, okay, business credit is, credit just like it is for normal people, but for a business, and it's actually really different, So we're going to get into all those things, and that's going to help out, everybody, before I say that. But as far as everybody, you know what I'm saying, I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. The week was good. So progressive, family, everything, all over, overall, it was great. So yeah, as far as, let me not go there. let me not go there, Ray. Let me not go there. Okay. Let me not go there. All right. So let's get into the topic. All right. And let's get into the topic.
Yeah.
The topic, gifted. Gifted.
What is it? Honestly,
What is
let's what is gifted? How do you describe that word?
Well, gifted is having exceptional talent or a natural ability in something. Your gift is what you can do best with the least amount of effort.
Natural ability, yeah.
That's what gift is when I think of gifted. And I don't know if anybody, if it's different for anybody else, but that's basically how I see it. So
Yeah, I could agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That natural ability to be able to do something. It's like a natural thing. Some people say, it's within your genes. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
it could possibly be, maybe, or it's just something that could have been, born with. Maybe it develops at a young age.
Mm-hmm.
You can either you realize it or you don't, and people around you may realize it.
Yeah.
I feel like personally, in order to realize it, you have to know yourself. You have to take time to self-reflect. Take time, like I said before, to kind of know your ways and know kind of what you're good at, what you're not good at. In order to identify your gift,
Mm-hmm.
and then like I feel like everyone has a gift. Everyone has their potential that they need to just tap into. Because there's some people who go their whole life without tapping into their gift. They go their whole life without really understanding what is their niche in life. Because some people just unfortunately don't have that discipline to separate themselves from everyone else's energy and focus on their own energy and their own self reflection. Like I said before.
True.
So
True. Yeah. It's it can be something that if you don't go out and experience things, if you don't put yourself into, different rooms, different places that you've never been in before, there's going to be some things that you're not going to be able to experience. You know what I'm saying? And that is it's extremely important to get yourself out of the same four walls, to meet new people, to be around different things, because you never know what certain rooms and certain places that you may not want to go to, or where you may avoid going to, what that does for you. You know what I'm saying? And for example, Ray talked about how Ray was been invited back when we were in high school. Ray was invited to come to poetry long before she actually showed up. That was you, right? Yeah. And it took her a long time to show up. And although it still happened the way that it happened, you know what I'm saying? And we're all, I'm sure she's grateful for how it happened.
Yeah.
You wouldn't. Some people will feel like if I could go back in time, I'd go earlier. I know, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you never know. You step into that room. It may be somewhere you're avoiding, somewhere where you could go. You have the opportunity to do so, but you choose not to because it's different and it's something that you're not used to and you're not comfortable with. So you avoid it.
Yeah.
But the thing is that you got to put yourself in different environments, and that'll bring some things out of you that you didn't even know about yourself.
Yeah, I agree.
It's very true. And for people that go out and they look for their gift, you have to understand that. You have to understand that you got to be in them different rooms and figure yourself out.
Right.
See what you're into, see what you're not into. Like I said in the last podcast, a room, a stage will do that for you more than almost. And when I say stages, I don't just mean like in a theatrical sense or anything, but sports and everything, all that stuff, being on a stage, being in front of people can really bring out some things out of you that you didn't know were there prior.
That's real. I agree with that. From doing different step shows and doing different stroll competitions. I've definitely like you said, brings a different motivation, competition, competitive nature, work ethic, dedication, focus. It's being able to just block out the crowd and focus on the task at hand. Because one of the biggest stages I performed in was the greatest homecoming on earth at North Carolina A&T.
Yeah.
I don't know how much the Coliseum hold. That's what they call it. But I know they have big concerts there.
Yeah.
And and it was when I finally opened up my eyes, because like when I'm performing, it was just straight focus. You know, I look at
Yeah.
I'm looking at the clock. I'm not
Yeah.
even looking at these people. That's how you mess up.
Uh-huh.
So when I finally say, you know what, let me just open my eyes to see exactly what I'm performing for. Yo, bro, I promise you, it was as far as my eyes can see, all on the bottom, up, all on top. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
I ain't never, yo, it was crazy. So yeah, it's you have to be focused. And when the stage bring a different type of feeling and this different type of attributes, and you know, even teamwork, 'cause especially when it's a team effort, but it's not just a performance with you.
'Cause you're not doing it just for you. You're doing it for the team that you're on.
Right.
You know, you're doing it for them as well.
And you may have stunts involved. It's yeah,
yeah,
It's
man.
a huge effort. I think I'm glad that you brought that up actually, because for me personally, I believe that that year I had, you know, in the room with all of you, as far as poetry goes, I learned so much about myself in that 1 year, you know, out of, you know, all the years that I had growing up. It was kind of like a eye opener
Right.
for me, as far as what I am capable of and what I can be capable of, you know.
Yeah.
But use it to your advantage, and Miss Clarendon, she brought that out of me,
Right.
you know, because I didn't know I had it, but it was there. It was just buried.
Yeah.
So hey,
And she brought it out.
yeah,
And honestly, I'm gonna be real. You know, that time that we spent, you know, over there, you know, not just in that group, but also in other groups, just being in school, and even, you know, even after school, I've been around so many creative people, so many talented people who have gifts, and the gift may not be necessarily like, you know, the same between everybody, but it's extremely similar.
right.
And what I do know is that on this topic, as I think about this topic, and I'm thinking about, you know, certain people that, you know, we know, I'm just like, dang, I look back and I realize how talented a lot of people are that I know, and they've abandoned that gift that they had, or they're abandoning it right now. Like they're doing that right now. And it's some, you know, some friends that I've spoken to, and I'm just like, yo, you're so powerful at this. You have such a natural ability at that,
Right.
and you're not using it. And what you don't
That's
understand is that God will take that from you, which is what we'll get into. We're definitely going to get into, but your gift definitely can be taken from you. So
embrace it. Embrace your gift.
embrace it.
And try to master your gift. And it's going to take time. Just like everything in life is going to take time for you to master your gift, and it's going to take you time to even identify your gift,
Right.
to master. But
Right.
at the end of the day, that's what you have been blessed with. So
Yeah.
take advantage of it, because just how, like he said, just how some people want a gift or want certain, you know, blessings. So take advantage of that. No, that's just like somebody, you got a whole feast, and then you like, man, I really wanted lobster, but you got turkey.
Right.
And somebody ain't even got turkey. They got nothing.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
be happy with your gift. You know what I'm saying? Embrace your gift, because like you said, at the end of the day, it can be taken at any day, any time. So take advantage of it and use it to the best of your abilities as much as you can, especially when it's to uplift others, you know, especially when it's a positive gift, you know? So
Yeah. And the thing is, it's common for people to not acknowledge their gift.
Yeah.
It could be because they might be embarrassed, or it's not something that they feel people would look at as individuality, or something that's normal. Something that's normal.
Yeah.
But also they might not be comfortable with it, just because that's just how they are, and they're not used to it. They don't know what to do with their natural ability, with their natural gift. So they push it off, or they try to ignore it. And it happens. It's common. But I think possibly over time, or if you choose, hopefully you do, to embrace it. you can do a lot of good.
You
for
do a lot
yourself
of good
and others.
for yourself and others. And we will be getting into that definitely too. You could definitely do for other people.
And I feel some people, they want to, all right, just how like we were children, we wanted to be grown so fast.
Yeah.
Most people.
For real.
Most people, you know, as a child, you want to be grown fast because if you think about it, because you emulate the adults. You know what I'm saying? You want to be like the people who inspire you, which uses the people around you, which is mostly adults usually.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like people want to rush it, just like adulthood. As far as your gift, I wonder when my gift gonna come on. I wonder, it's coming. It was, like I said, it just take self-reflection, just take patience, just take self-discipline and self-knowledge to know yourself. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people will do research outside. They'll do research on cars, research on real estate, research on whatever, video games, research on all these other things. Well, how much research do you do on yourself? How much self-reflection do you do within, like, okay, why do I get angry? Or when do I get angry? Or how is this person, how do I take certain things? How can I take criticism? Or how can I accept criticism better?
Right.
How can I react to certain things in a different light so it could be perceived differently? Because a lot of people especially a good thing. Another one is, how can I express myself when I'm in a stressful situation? Or how can I deal with things when I'm dealing with my own stressful situations outside of what's going on? Because I noticed, because I've worked a lot of places. I worked a lot of places with many different people. And the one thing I do notice in common, people do not know how to separate their personal life with their with their professional life.
Yeah.
Walk right in that room with all that attitude.
You feel me? So that comes within tapping into your gift too. And I feel like this is something everybody needs, that gift. The gift of tolerance, the gift of patience, the gift of understanding and empathy.
Yeah. No, true. So that helps into my first point, that when it came to, your gift, I want people to understand that we're all here. We're all here for a reason.
Amen.
There's a reason for everything, and we exist. And there is a reason that we exist. And when people come down this earth, and everybody comes with a different gift, some may be different and very, very unique, and maybe not be looked at as this glamorous thing. You know what I'm saying? Because some people, some people may have the ability to sing the lights out in a way that nobody can, and the voices can be unmatched. Can never be duplicated. You know what I'm saying? And then you may have some people who, are very good cooks. There is a very broad difference, but at the same time, everybody needs to understand that whatever your gift is, you got to be able to say, okay, this is what my gift is. Let me use this, because there's a purpose behind everybody's gift. There's a purpose, there's a purpose attached to that gift. So there is something that you're supposed to do with it, and you just got to figure out what that purpose is.
So what do you feel your gift is?
I got multiple.
Okay, so one. Give us one gift, and when did you identify it as a gift? Because you could have this thing going on, but you don't really understand what it is until one day you're like, I didn't notice I could do that. And you notice the pattern within it. That's when it's a gift for real. When you notice it keeps happening. Because sometimes it's a fluke, or what I'm saying. First you think it's luck, then maybe it's a fluke. Then and then that's when you see a pattern. This is real. This is something I could consistently do at a consistent basis.
I have a gift for performing. Okay. That's a broad answer, but I have a gift for performing.
And when did you identify this? What? Because some people identify it older. Some people identify, some people identify when they're teenagers. Some people identify when they're grown. Some people don't identify to the elderly person, because that's when they actually have time to sit back and self-reflect.
Yeah. About 4 or 5.
Okay. What about you? What's your gift?
What's
What's your gift?
What's your gift?
My gift, since I can remember,
What you
has
consider?
been writing.
Writing.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when
Yes.
did you identify that?
I was young. I don't know if I could put a direct age on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was extremely young. Actually, you know what?
Oh, go ahead.
This may be small to, anybody else, but for me, I knew it was something. Before, I think before I actually, no, I can't even say that because I already knew. I remember a time in elementary.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite thing to do, anytime we had something to do with writing, my favorite thing to do, around this time we were just learning about similes, metaphors, stuff like that. I don't even remember what it was. Oh, it was a simile. We were learning about similes, and my 4th grade teacher, Miss Pascal, I love that lady. She told us, she gave us this assignment. And one thing about me, when it comes to writing, I will not settle for subpar.
Okay.
I don't care what it is, if it's a sentence, anything that you give me, I'm not gonna settle for something that's whatever. I'm gonna just turn it in. Nah, I'm cool. I'm gonna show you what I can do, even if it takes a little minute. And it did. It did.
Yeah.
We had to create a simile, some sentence describing or using like 3 words: a ball, grass, and maybe a field or whatever it was. All I know is when I sat there and I see everybody walking up to Miss Pascal with, her, just looking at the sentences. Oh, okay, well, you can fix that or you can do something with that. But I'm sitting here, I'm like, dang, everybody getting up and I still ain't come up with nothing. But the thing is because everything I wrote, I wasn't satisfied with.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, no, I don't want to give this to her. So I finally wrote this sentence about the grass. And I got up and I gave it to her. And she looked at the paper, and then she looked at me. And then she looked at the paper again. She was like, you ain't write this. Now, mentally, I'm thinking, yeah, I did. I was sitting right in front of you.
Right.
But she was like, nah, you couldn't have. Like, I don't know if she was thinking that, like, maybe somebody wrote it for me. But I was looking at him like, yes, I wrote this. And she was like, no. And she just gave me a high five. I was like, yo, my dog, you got something going on. But it was that reaction that made me realize, like, Ray, you got something.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, it was her.
She saw it in you.
Exactly. It was her who really confirmed it for me.
Mm.
So like I said, I've been, for one thing, when it came to writing, it was like stories, raps. Before I even did poetry, before I even knew what poetry was, I was rapping. Anything I can go to a beat on. It didn't matter. But that's when I think I identified it, when I was really young. So yeah, man, I always knew. So I think that's why poetry now, as far as performing, I can't even just say just poetry, spoken word in general. I'm just, hey man, that was a natural thing. That's what I did.
Exactly.
That's what I didn't know, was that performing was a natural thing for me.
Right.
And I think I realized that when I first the first assignment we had in like my junior year, where I actually had to perform for the class. It was a project.
You ain't have no choice.
Exactly. Everybody went up, with their paper in their hand and whatnot. I was like, nah, I ain't with it. I don't like reading. I don't like standing in front of people reading off of something. I don't like it. If I can't connect to you, I'm not gonna do it at all. So what I did, I took it upon myself to memorize the whole poem that I wrote and perform it in front of everybody. That was just how it is.
Wow.
So yeah.
That was another reason she must have really liked you, because she bought that.
What? Yo,
So the
her
fact that you
reaction-
naturally did that,
Yeah.
really like, nah.
I didn't. The thing, the fact that nobody else took it as serious, they just thought it was another assignment. It wasn't just another assignment for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, anything that I write, anything that I know I have to perform, I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. If I
Yeah.
can do better, I'm gonna do better.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You see, and that natural talent will bring out a fire in you, you know, in a different way that, you know, other things probably can't. Like, for example, you know, along those same exact lines, you look at like me, growing up performing, because I performed different ways, and when I perform, it's just this thing, man. Like, people who are performing, they'll always tell you, it's just like, you never come off nervous. You still get an eerie feeling,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I'm not nervous. And what I realized about myself is there is a certain range of energy that I'm attracted to that comes when I realize that everybody is watching me perform something.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It was just like, oh, it's go time. And it make me feel good. You know what I'm saying? And just like you had said at the step that you know, when you had did your the thing for the step, it's a similar, because I remember the first time that I ever performed in an audience that might have been similar to that. I was maybe 16, and it was at Tampa Theater. Beautiful theater. I'm telling you. And we was out there, and I remember I was behind, you know, I was, you know, by the curtains, and, you know, we was chilling in the wings, you know, the wings of the stage. And I was like, let me go see. There was like, you know how many people here right now? It's like, I don't know. I know there's people walking in. I hear a lot of voices, but I don't know. And we went, and I went and I peeked at the curtains to just see how many people were in the audience. I was like, oh, snap.
Mm-hmm. Right.
This is crazy. But it felt good. I couldn't keep the smile off my face. I was like, yo, we about to come out here and perform for real. We got to do this the best, because there's people out here expecting good things to come out of this.
Exactly.
So we were going to come with greatness. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So with those natural talents, we just naturally going to, you know, feel that. Yeah. So since you put me on the spot, what about you?
Okay.
You tell me what's up.
Well, one of my natural talents, one of my natural gifts that I've recognized from a young age is the ability to network, the ability to converse and build relationships with anybody.
No cap.
I recognized that as a youth, growing up at my church. I feel like the things that we would do help sharpen that gift and help strengthen that gift, as far as being able to approach any and everybody, if I want to, and just start a conversation, just start talking to them. Then you're thinking we knew each other. Well, you know, that's how much of a camaraderie and how much that's how much it would build, and how fast we would connect. Like I could meet somebody and start talking to them on the street, and then you would walk up and start talking to us, and then you're like, so how long you, like y'all came together? Like, no, I just met him. Like, what? Like that's happened to me. I can't even count how many times. So, yeah. So that's, I feel like that's a gift that's hard to do.
It is a
know?
gift,
and it's hard for for people to have that openness to just talk to any and everybody. And the funny part is, if you know our background to the culture of South Florida, that's not how we were raised.
No,
but I had that outlet once I went to church. It was open like that, and once we traveled and met other people, because my church had multiple churches all around the world, so we would have conferences and would meet people from different places, and it was a place that was like total opposite of my background. They would just come up and give you a hug, and you know what I'm saying, and believe in transferring positive energy.
I don't know about all that.
because at the end of the day, that cult, like I said, that it's think about it. You're in church.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? You're at a church conference. So it's not like you just messing with and hugging any and
got
everybody.
you,
hugging people, and it was so much that we went through. Like we did a thing called a angel wash,
Okay.
where we will put all our negative energy, our negative thoughts, and write them down. Then we will walk through. It was like 2 lines. It was 2 lines, and you will whisper positive things as the person walked through this 2 tunnel of people. And it basically went like a waterfall, like this.
Oh,
And
that's dope.
Exactly. And then when you get to the bonfire, because it was a fire in the middle, you would throw whatever you're trying to let go, you would throw it in the fire.
That's powerful.
Bro, I'm talking about grown men crying.
That's powerful.
You feel me? As you're walking through and these people telling you positive things in your ear.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Just to uplift you as you go. So that's just one thing that we've done, growing up in that church that we've done. That's why I'm like, that church has done so much for me and molded me into the person I am today.
What church is that?
It was called Unity on the Bay.
Unity on the Bay.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to it. I went to college, came back, it's gone.
Oh.
Bro.
I was gonna ask you where it was at.
But it's everywhere. It's everywhere. They have some in Broward. What
do you mean they have some? Like they have different churches?
Yeah, it's like different churches everywhere.
Whoa.
Yeah, and they have the main headquarters is Unity Village in Missouri. Like my grandmother went before and she told me about it. It was crazy. They said they got a room that the sound travel. Like you snap your finger and you'll hear the snap bouncing off the walls, because that's where they do the meditation. They do a lot of meditation and stuff like that. It's a really dope. It's a non-denominational church, so we accept any and everybody. No matter what your everything. And I was raised around. It was open to homosexuality as well. So I was raised around that. And
you don't have too many of those.
Yeah, exactly. And it was what it was. To be honest with you, like that's why I'm kind of the way society is now. I was kind of being prepared for it growing up. So it is what it is. Like,
no. But that is true though.
Yeah. One thing you said though, I'm sorry.
Oh no, you good. Go ahead.
One thing that you said about the task that you did helped you kind of shape what you're about and what you do. The thing is, you had practice.
Yeah,
correct?
Yeah. Because basically, to go to the village, we had to raise money. Because I know, growing up in a single household, it cost money to go. Yeah. So what we used to do was sell water to the members and ask them to buy water for $1. And sometimes, like, not everybody wanted the water. So we was thinking, like, yo, okay, if they don't want to donate, if they don't want the water, how can we still get this money? Because we need this money to go to the conference. So I'm like, donations. Like, if you don't want to buy water, you can make $1 donation. You feel me? So even if you didn't want a water, you be like, it's $1 here, bro. I don't even want water. One time somebody gives 100 here. Everybody get a water and just walked off.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah,
I like doing stuff like that.
And it like I said, builds it builds you up to be able to walk to anybody. Because think about it, as a child, you just, hey, you want to buy water? You want to buy water? Or $1 donation? So now you're building this confidence to just walk up to anybody and you're selling things. So as you become an adult, it's a lot of jobs where a lot of people don't like that type of job either, to just walk up to people and talk to them. So you become very marketable as a employee.
Yeah. No, that is true. I'm gonna be like, Drade, sir, you supposed to be you wanna yeah.
The thing about it is, because you had practice, you were able to manifest.
Yes. Correct.
That's the thing.
He found himself in the right room, though.
Right. Even though you have
that's real.
A natural gift, the thing about it is, no matter what it is, it's still gonna be something you have to work at in order to keep it going. You know? It's I understand natural talents, but the thing is,
please lay it on them.
The thing is, if I don't continue to learn, if I don't continue to open myself up to new situations, new opportunities, how am I going to get better to use my gift?
Right.
Exactly.
And that's with everything.
Yeah,
even the language.
Exactly.
Because you can know a language as a child, and if you never use it, by the time you become adult, you forget it.
So even though even though it is a natural gift, you still have to work at it.
You still,
And I don't want to say from when it starts. I mean, as time goes on, that gift can diminish.
of course.
You got to keep it up.
And if you think about it, that's kind of everything in life is that way. If you really sit down and analyze everything, you have to maintain everything.
Yeah.
Everything needs maintenance. When it comes, say you have blades. Say you're a barber, you got to maintain your blades. Say if you cut grass, you got to maintain your blades. Say if you drive, you got to maintain your car. Say your phone, you got to charge it, right? You got to wipe it off every now and then, right? Like at the end of the day, everything has to be maintained.
Yeah.
Whether it's a gift, whether it's anything.
A talent, yeah. I mean, but people look at gifts and talents to be the same thing. But is it?
When it comes to talent versus gifts, talent can lie in gift, as far as, what it could be. But gift is natural ability, which a natural ability can be a talent. But the thing is that talent can come from something that you develop as well.
Exactly, yeah.
If you say, dang, okay, I know nothing about this particular thing. Let's use give me some, for example. I don't know.
Sports.
Okay, dancing. Good, great. If you never took dancing serious, you never practiced dancing, you might have danced here and there just because whatever, but you never really danced before.
Or tried.
Yeah. But at the same time, you find a fascination in seeing professional dancers. And you say, wow, I want to do that. I want to do that. So now you can push and work yourself towards understanding what that's about. Really being a student of the game. And as you become a student of the game, you constantly practicing, you working on it. Next thing you know, it does become a talent because now you're really good at it.
Yeah.
And that's true. You got people that, they work towards that. They may not just naturally have it.
Right.
But because they press towards it so much, and for most things, most things you could do that.
Yeah, exactly.
The one thing that that we all know is that when it comes to the talent of singing, I feel like that's one of those things where it's really like, if you want to be a great singer, it's either you have it or you don't. In my opinion, if you have no natural talent of singing, but you want to be a good singer, if you do a lot of vocal work, you could definitely advance you could definitely advance yourself.
Yeah.
Just like these shows, X Factor, America's Got Talent, and whatnot. They say, you have a great voice, but you need some work.
You need some work.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that goes to show that no matter what you do, no matter when you're talented at something, you definitely need to push the grain and work on it and advance it, make it better, because as we always talk about, being great, trying to be number one, your gift alone is not going to get you to be the best at anything. So that's what I tell a lot of people, because with that gift, you can say, okay, I know I have this gift. How do I build on top of it? Build on top of it. You work towards it. And now you're in a battle with other people who may have the same talent as you, depending on what it is. And you just work on yourself being able to get better. So, that's how I look at it.
I feel like it kind of could coincide together. Like, prime example, the dancer. Say your gift is to be able to catch rhythm, catch beats, and catch counts. So as a dancer, you got the rhythm, you could catch that. But now, like you said, you can. So that means that person basically is just music inclined, period. But then, say you want to dance, that's going to take time. Or say you want to play an instrument, that's going to take time. Or say you want to sing or whatever, anything involving the music industry or involving music in general. So your gift is the ability to catch the rhythms and certain things like that. Now your talent is the thing that you really need to work on. or as your
Yeah.
and technically, both. But it depends, because like certain things like that, you could that's just for like most likely, unless like you lose your hearing or something, you're gonna have that for life. As far as being able to catch rhythms and counts and stuff like that, because that's just, I don't know if you ever encountered that, but it's just, and even because I feel like I have that now, but I didn't catch that until I really started paying attention to music. Like I paid attention to it, but I didn't pay attention to the counts and certain things until I had to perform.
Yeah.
Once I had to perform, then almost anywhere, because it comes in organizations, it'll come a time when somebody be like, you could be walking down the street or you be going to a school, like, oh, you are this?
Yeah.
Oh, can you do something for me?
Yeah.
Even though personally I don't like it, 'cause I feel like, yo, like, dance for me, dance, like, no.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's how it feels.
My God.
People,
As an actor.
as
oh
people,
my
people,
God.
people don't understand that, but that's how it feels when you randomly just come up to me and just ask me to perform off the fly.
Yes. I don't know.
That's
Because when people find out, they be like, you an actor?
But
Yeah.
you got to be prepared. That's just like as a rapper. Somebody like,
you're
oh, you a
right.
rapper? Freestyle something for me real quick.
Yeah.
And you ain't prepared for it. That could be a person with a record deal right now.
Yeah, you're right.
You feel me? So you got to be ready. Or that could be, or if you don't perform, they be like, oh, look at them. They ain't even ready. You feel me?
Yeah.
Sometimes people do it on
And
purpose.
that's kind of embarrassing too.
You feel me?
It is.
So you should always be ready. So once I noticed that, that's something I had to do. I had to be on it. Like, yo, like if you listen to a song, most songs have a certain point when it drop. Boom. So once that song drop, everything, every move you do is going to amplify the way it look.
Yeah.
So that's something that you have to catch as a performer.
Yeah.
And because I've like one time I was looking at one of my brothers on Instagram, no I'm saying, no shade. His moves was good, but he started off at the wrong time. So as he was doing it, it just wasn't quite right.
Yeah.
It just be like that. And as a student of the game, you should look back at your film and want to fix it and get better. Cause that's
And
what
he the one who posted it, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he did. He did.
So obviously he didn't go back and look at his footage and realize.
Hopefully, but hopefully
You
the
know.
next video he improves, because he just started off really like 1 or 2 counts late, and which caused everything to be kind of off. with
And that's the thing
the
about
way it dropped.
That's the thing about performing arts. Period.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Don't miss, because cues are very important. Cues, technical cues and performing cues are extremely important, because either side, a sound cue can mess up everything.
Right.
The wrong, being off on the sound cue, the light cue. Light cues sometimes are not as bad, but light cues can be.
It can be.
Light cues can
Anything
be terrible.
technical can mess it up.
Don't-
in general.
exactly.
I mean, anybody else in the crowd may not know, but you know. And everybody else on the tech team know, and everybody else that's in the cast knows. So.
That's one thing that I hate about being an obsessive, because when I'm part of something, I'm so obsessed with understanding everything around it.
Exactly.
I could pinpoint every mistake and be like, ugh,
Yeah.
no, they're not supposed to go like that. It's not supposed to go like that. And the next thing you know, I become the monster director who don't nobody want to,
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So
I think in general, the word gifted, people who are described as gifted are usually labeled as exceptional or performing above average.
yes,
And I get that, but they normally use it towards people as far as academics, things in school. So I wrote something down that said, being gifted is not just about being extremely smart or prodigious academically and or intellectually. It can be creatively, artistically. Just like we said, it can involve music too.
yeah,
Or even socially, or certain characteristic traits that you could.
Exactly, having a natural ability for leadership,
Yeah.
entrepreneurship.
Yes.
Exactly.
yes,
But also, I think something else is I think even when you're young, you have a natural talent maybe as to adapt, and you use that to enhance your gift.
right,
Any just the small things.
yeah. No, definitely, and that was a good example because I was gonna say that about Jade, because Jade is definitely right, and he is like that. Because there was one time we I don't know if we was coming from here, but we was coming from here, and we went to the food truck. I think this was the first time that me and you both went to the food truck. It was my first time, it wasn't yours. And when we went, there was a couple of people, they had their own trucks and they did this. And he don't even know these guys. He walking up to him. He was like, "What's your Instagram? Okay, I got you. I'm gonna follow y'all. You got mine. So I got you." And he's just talking. Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, I'll be back next time. We already ordered some food, but next time I'm gonna come check your food out.
Like, damn, bro, you kind of friendly over there.
Yeah, I was standing there. I was like, I let him do what he do. But at the same time, by that time, I already realized that's who Jade is.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's dope because you end up in a place where you just know a lot of people. And you can always be like, yeah, I know somebody for this. I know somebody. You're a broker.
Right, basically. Yeah.
You're a broker. You're a natural broker. So yeah, that stands. But people have so many different gifts. And what people need to understand is that your gift can influence not only your life, it can influence the life of others. It can influence the life of your family for generations to come. Right. People that aren't even born yet. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I strive for. I strive to bring better for the family that's not even here yet.
And hopefully that's what this do, because I feel like what we're doing right now in this very moment is a legacy that we're leaving behind. Hopefully YouTube and this documentation can be kept as long as possible, because at the end of the day, when we have children, and our children's children, this is something they could look back on and be like, yo, this is how your ancestors would think. Imagine if you had something like this with your great-grand
exactly
doing.
That's
and you
crazy.
could see their mindset and how they feel about certain things. Because you could have a conversation with your people and not even know this is the type of mind frame they have.
Yeah, that's very true, man. If somebody could, because I even have a grandfather that I never met. Because he died, I think, in 93. And man, I'm telling you, like, if I could, there's certain people, ancestors that we may have, great. Right. If you could just know who they are, if you could have had the opportunity, everybody could be like, yo, if I had the opportunity to just talk to them one time, just the craziness in that, so just imagine that. Sure. So I feel like they're going to have that with us, because you see what this generation and this time is so different. Sure. There's photos, videos everywhere that definitely should be here and should be able to live, beyond time, beyond this even this century. Things can move so fast. So what I was saying was, like there's an impact that you can give to people. Like, our purpose here is for other people. You know what I'm saying? We're here for others. We're here to feed to others. You know what I'm saying? And with that, you can't take away your gift from yourself, because when you do that, you don't know what else you're stopping. And when I say that, I mean, for example, let's say that you have a thing for music, but you realize that your thing for music is far beyond just performing or being an artist, but you really have this thing about you're naturally able to put beats together. You know what good music sounds like. You know what I'm saying? You have that ear for it. So you have this idea. You're just like, with all the talents that I have around music, I could definitely create a record label. I could definitely start that whole thing. Now imagine if that record label is what you're meant to do and you don't do it. Imagine that. Imagine that this so-and-so records was supposed to, let's just say AB Records, okay? If you were meant, because God gave you the talent for music, and the reason why he gave you that talent is because you were supposed to create AB Records. If you abandon that gift, you never create AB Records. And if it was created, the thing is that if it was meant to be created and be something big, it could have been a situation that, say it's created, you have different artists coming in. And when those artists come in, their lives change. And when their lives change, their families' lives change through what they've been able to do as an artist under AB Records. When AB Records never happens, it doesn't only impact the fact that your life never became what it should have been, but the same thing could happen for others. It could cause a problem because you never know, those artists that's supposed to be at AB Records are somewhere else. They may be on the street because AB Records don't exist. So they were never able to give them an opportunity. So they're still on the street. Something could happen to them that just wasn't supposed to happen. So with that example, that makes you understand, like, yo, there could be a lot of things that you could be stopping by not fulfilling your purpose, because your purpose is not only for you. Your purpose, I doubt, there's no way. I don't think there's a purpose in this world that is just for that one person that has it. No way. No way. Think, if you could tell me right now a talent or a natural talent or something that somebody could have that can't grow things or grow opportunities and create situations for other people, you let me know. But purpose of people is all supposed to mesh. Your purposes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we're sitting here, we're doing this, and us as hosts, we're here feeding into people. That's our purpose for being part of Renovated Thinking. Derek, you see Derek right now, he's behind the camera. He feels like his purpose is around the camera. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's using his purpose to work on our purpose. We're using our purposes together to.
Yeah.
So in an extension, in an extension, the fact that he is, what if Derek never chose to do what he does?
Right.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have the opportunities he has now.
Or even the people that have this building.
Right.
Because they ain't have to do this, as far as.
Exactly. So it's all an extension. Everybody is here on purpose.
Yeah.
Everybody's here on purpose. And that's what I try to get people to understand. So when you find out what your purpose is, one, I could say definitely pray about it. Pray about it and be free and open to different avenues, different places and things that you've never been involved in before, so then that you can get into that. So we've touched on that.
Absolutely.
So one thing that I want us all to touch on is a line that I always tell people: to make room for your gift so that your gift can make room for you. I want to get on that. When I say that, that means, when I say that, I mean, like, commit to your gift, strengthen your ability in that gift, and make it help you advance in life. So if you have a talent of performing, let's make it extremely specific. Let's say you're a spoken word artist. That's what you do. That's your gift. You have a natural talent to go on stage and perform poetry. And because it's natural, almost since the beginning, it's like people loved it. People are on it, and that's what that is. But if you commit yourself into that gift, and that gift is applied into your purpose, when you push towards that gift and you use it, that gift is going to continue to be able to give you what you need in life, and it's going to open doors for you. If that's your gift, and your gift is connected to your purpose, it is going to open doors for you, and it'll change your life. So as far as y'all, what's something that y'all are pitching into telling people,
about the gift,
about committing to it, and making it change your life?
At the end of the day, I feel like you just need to, like I said before, identify it, do self-reflection. You have to, that's a necessity, bro. Like, you have to do that. You have to know yourself and to really efficiently function. And also, you know, when I was riding this week, this quote that I heard from a song kind of reminded me of this topic. So I just want to tell everybody that you're a shining star, no matter who you are. You know what I'm saying? In the words of Earth, Wind, and Fire. And that's pertaining to as far as being gifted. You know, everybody has a gift. So.
I think it's important, no matter what it is, whether it's involving numbers or performing. You know, whatever extent it is, I think it's important to challenge yourself in whatever you do. Just if you feel as if you don't have that around you, you don't have something to push you, try to do it yourself. Try to push yourself. Try to find things that that'll help you out.
That's all you can do.
Right.
So that's a thing. So last thing that I want to really touch on before we end the show is your passion versus your gift, which can really contradict some things. And it's really contradicting, and it's hard to it could be a dilemma of a lifetime for you, really, because your passion may not have any correlation with your gift at all.
Right.
And you know, I'm sitting here and I'm telling you to commit to your gift, and your passion may be something different. Right? Y'all definitely pitching on this with y'all opinions, because y'all opinions may be different from mine, to be honest. What I'm about to say is opinionated.
I feel like is research to be done when it comes to your gift and trying to have it coincide with your purpose, depending on what it is, because like it depends on your gift as well. It all determines on your gift and how you can, like, prime example, because I feel like some people have like personality gifts, like leadership, like networking, like determination, organization, certain things. That's a gift to some people, that they're able to be organized. You can use your gift of being gifted at organizing and make that entrepreneurship and organize people houses for them, organize people offices for them, and make that a business. Or you could go work for somebody and you know what I'm saying, and do the same thing but for a company. So that's, to me, one way of having your gift coincide with your purpose. So say that your purpose to be an entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying, and create jobs for others. That could be one way. And then on top of that, you teach people, like if you could turn your gift into a curriculum and kind of help people become more organized, and that could be your gift as well, and your purpose, to help people become more organized in life.
But what about passion?
Your passion to help people. So your passion to help people. So your gift is to be organized.
So So watch this. I'm gonna throw you a curveball. Okay. So what if you have a natural talent? You have a gift. Your gift, if anything, and nothing. There's no close seconds. Your gift is you do hair well, but your passion is in dancing.
Okay, you can do both, technically. But
when you're talking about committing to something, and helping it drive you into a different lane in life. Let's say you come from a situation that is not comfortable in life, and you want to get yourself through into a better life. You want to have a better lifestyle. Some people may have a vastly different passion from their gift. And what people do is that they may choose between the two, and if they choose the wrong one to drive them out where they need to go, it could go left. Not that it absolutely will, but it could. So if somebody has a natural gift of doing hair. Like ever since you've been touching up on hair, and you've been able to do it, and as you constantly do it, you get better. So your gift, you know how to do hair.
Mm-hmm.
And even the things even the styles and everything that you don't know how to do at first, you have the ability to look at it and after not too long, not too much observation, you just naturally know, okay, maybe I need to do this differently, do that, and maybe it'll come out that way. And it just does.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people are like that.
Yeah.
So what if you have that? What if that's your gift?
Mm-hmm.
But then you have a passion for dancing. If in your heart, if you could want to be anything, if there's anything that you want, you would want to be a great dancer.
Right.
But it's not your gift. It's your passion, but it's not your gift.
Yeah.
Where do you go from there? There goes your curveball.
Well, technically, you can use your gift for financial gain because you can make decent money doing hair, and you can have your passion be your hobby. Now, however, you also can kind of put them together because most dancers or most performers need their hair upkept.
Mm-hmm.
So you can possibly, like I said, have them coincide together. And you could possibly, like, prime example, if that person was on Hitting Colors,
Mm-hmm.
you get what I'm saying? Because they had dancers on there, and they also needed their hair kept up because it was on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So your gift and your purpose all go together. So if you was a person on that show, you could have been a dancer and a hair person at the same time. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. So if you're, I'm not saying I disagree with you. I'm just trying to pick your brain a little bit.
Yeah, I'm listening.
If you're, if you're trying to, let's say you're in a situation where you don't have much, your parents don't have much, and you're trying to do something that is going to help you make your way out. Every single job, which is, this part is necessarily true, definitely in Miami. Every job that's out there in the open for you to go get is jobs that won't help you survive on your own. It'll probably help you survive, but it won't help you live. Because there's a difference between living and surviving. So these jobs won't help you live, right?
Right.
So you're trying to commit to something. I need to make something work.
Oh.
I need to make something work. So then that it can make me eventually that same income a job can give me. And then as time goes on, better. So then that financially it can get me out of the situation I'm in. I can move out of the neighborhood that I'm at. I can get in a better place and I can put myself in better environments. I could be around better people. And it because truth be told, it becomes a commitment thing. You can't be everywhere.
That's where sacrifice is coming.
That's where sacrifice. So it's like you either sacrifice your gift or you sacrifice your passion, because when you need to commit, you need to commit. Yeah. When you commit to something, like for example, for me, I have a gift. Now, thank God for me, my gift and my passion coincide with each other. And I make them work, right? But I even had to sacrifice my gift and my purpose, not sacrifice it, but put it on a back burner for a little while to help me get in a situation where I can do those things. Because I was broke. I didn't have nothing. So for me to be able to do what I wanted to do, I didn't have the capital to make it happen. So I had to sacrifice and be like, okay, I need to pay attention to something that's going to be able to do better for me.
Right, benefit you.
And that became real estate. I committed myself to real estate. I got obsessed with the business as far as being able to understand it and understand the ins and outs of it. Talking to people who've been part of it longer and picking their brain and really understanding what's going on. And every day waking up and committing to making it work, because I had to make it work for me to put myself in a position that I'm in today and to even advance, because I'll be in an even better place a year from now and 5 years from now. So that has been able to work for me. But I had to make a sacrifice
Mm-hmm.
with that. For some people, even their gift and their passion separate. Now, thank God that's not the case for me, but even some people, that gift and that passion will separate. And in my opinion, for a person like that, for a person like what I said when that scenario that I gave you, what I personally think is that if your gift is doing hair, you better start that hair business, right? I'm not saying don't ever dance. I'm not saying don't ever dance. You have a passion, your heart is beating for that. I encourage you to definitely. But when you're trying to make that gift do something for you and bring you in a different place in life, you need to commit to that gift. Commit to the gift, because that gift is what God gave you.
Yeah.
That gift is what God gave you. You use that because it's there for a reason. Utilize it, make it bring you to a better place, and maybe you can live a lot better life because that hair salon you got is popping.
Right.
Because the gift, you're naturally good at it. And, because, truth be told, just because you're naturally good at something doesn't mean that you can successfully bring up a business that does true. But, concerning the fact that you do, if that's what the purpose is, it'll work. You have that hair salon, you do that, and it grows. Next thing you know, you own a hair salon. You're in a position where you don't necessarily have to do hair every day anymore.
Right.
Like now you got the opportunity to dance.
Exactly.
I want to try that out.
Right.
Because I have a passion for this.
Right.
So that's what I think. I think it, depending on your situation, sometimes you just let that gift do what it needs to do for you first.
Amen.
Definitely.
Yeah. So that's that. But that's it for the show today.
Yes.
That's it for the show today. We had a good conversation, man.
Yeah. So we appreciate y'all looking in, listening, and tuning in, and like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow us on Instagram.
Right. And Renovated Thinking.
Exactly. Renovated Thinking Podcast. All right. Even if you don't believe in you, we believe in you. All right.
Yeah, definitely. So we out. The game.
Week,
the game.
Have a good week. Yeah, y'all see my boy Jimmy, right?
Oh yeah.
Hey,
the
whole team, man.
Oh,
we proud of y'all, for real.
Yeah, for real. So we out. That's it. We gonna have and we gonna be back next week.
Hey,
all right.
See you next week, y'all.
See you next week. All right.